For a long time, I thought I already knew how my life would unfold. Not the details, but the trajectory of it, like the job, the path, where I would live, the version of me at 40 or 50 years old. And there was something almost comforting about that. Like the book had already been written, and I just needed to turn the pages. And then I deliberately closed that book halfway through. And for a while, that didn't feel exciting. It felt terrifying. I think many of us are carrying around an invisible manuscript. Somewhere along the way, we wrote a story about how things should go. Maybe yours said you'd be married by 30, or your career would look a specific way by now, or that once you reach a certain milestone, you'd finally feel settled. Now, when life doesn't follow that script, the job suddenly ends, the relationship falls apart, or you reach an age when you thought you would have it all together, but you don't. It can feel like the story broke. It feels like you're behind in a book where everyone else is somehow still reading on schedule. But maybe the story was never actually written. We just needed to believe it was. Because the alternative, really not knowing, felt too heavy to bear. This past year, my life kind of flipped. I got married, moved to a different country, left my job, and started training to become a mindfulness teacher, which is something I'm passionate about. And those happened all at once. There were nights I lay there thinking, why did I do that? Why did I throw out a perfectly good chapter and start fresh? It felt like I'd taken a life with a clear arc and tore out the rest of the pages. Slowly, though, I began to notice things that I couldn't have written myself. A message from someone saying my words helped them. A conversation that completely changed how I viewed my own path. People, ideas, a whole way of living that I didn't even know existed just a year ago. None of that was in the old manuscript. It couldn't have been. I hadn't encountered any of them yet. I remember sitting in my room one day thinking, this is genuinely a plot twist I couldn't have predicted. And for the first time, it felt less like losing a story, but more like being part of one. What I've learned is that not knowing is not the same as being lost. It just means the next page hasn't been written yet. It's not a flaw in your story. It's just what it feels like to be partway through one. We often treat uncertainty about what comes next as a problem to solve, as if the goal is to get back to certainty as quickly as possible. But nobody who ever lived an interesting, meaningful life did it by knowing the ending beforehand. Nobody. The version of you 5 years from now will know things you don't know yet. You will meet people you haven't encountered. You will face challenges you haven't faced. So you can't write that chapter today because you haven't lived your way into it. And I don't think that's something we should fear. It's the thrilling part, the part that hasn't happened yet. Here's something you can actually do with this, not just think about it. Whenever your mind starts crafting a future for you, what if I made the wrong decision? What if this doesn't work out? What if I've wasted all this time? Don't argue with those thoughts or try to replace them with positive ones. Just add one sentence to the end. But I don't know that yet. Maybe I made the wrong decision, but I don't know that yet. Maybe this won't work out. But I don't know that yet. Maybe everything will fall apart. But I don't know that yet. This one sentence reminds us that our minds love to finish stories before our life even has the chance to write them. It doesn't magically take away the uncertainty, of course, but it gives us enough space to return to what's actually true. Right now, this chapter is still being written. One of my favorite authors, C.S. Lewis, who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, he wrote, "You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." I'd just add, you're never too far into your story for it to still surprise you either. If you're standing in the middle of an unfinished chapter right now, like many of us are, you don't know how it ends or what comes next, I just want to say it again that that's not a story that broke. That's just a story that isn't over yet. And honestly, I think that's the most exciting sentence any of us can say about our own life. I want to leave you all with that today. If this resonated, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new here, this is the kind of conversation we have together on this channel every week, so consider subscribing. As always, take care of your heart, be present, be kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!